Hozay in Hollywood, exposing creeps in town who ain't so good. Where any no-talent hack with a big bulging sack used to be an overnight star. Where a drop of your drawers to studio whores used to get you prime seating in bars. Hozay in Hollywood. They say it's your body, do what you think you should. On his bedpost you're a notch, or kick him in the crotch if they claim they can make you a star. They say I'll make you famous, just open your anus, easy as driving a car. Ho! Ho! Hozay in Hollywood. I speak the truth, it really ain't so good. Despite the Me Too movement, it still needs improvement, even though Harvey's in jail. Piece of shit producers are still abusers, chasing their own piece of tail. Hozay in Hollywood, exposing creeps who ain't so good. So keep your knees together, enjoy this weather, but don't expect any change soon. There will be lots of auditions and changing conditions, and Alec Baldwin is still a buffoon. Ho! Ho! My name is Hozay Smith, and I kick ass.
This edition of Hozay in Hollywood is brought to you by the Tourist Bureau of El Salvador. Planning that family vacation? Don't know where to go? Well, don't be an imbecile and pick way overpriced Disneyland. Mickey don't need your money anyway. This year, the Latin American paradise known as El Salvador is just waiting for you. The mosquitoes, the gang violence, and nighttime crime isn't nearly as bad as you've heard. Boil in the oppressive heat and take a tour by ox cart to a sugarcane field. Tour the factories that create the country's top 2 exports, t-shirts and toilet paper. And for the high point of your trip, don't forget to take in a visit with the country's most famous incarcerated superstar citizen, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, recently returned to his beloved homeland. Make reservations early, so long as you don't mind standing in line behind all of the Democratic members of Congress who have flocked down to show support for the celebrity gang member, human trafficker, and wife beater. Your patience will be rewarded with an autograph, and if you're lucky, he'll take a selfie with you. Impress all of your progressive friends by showing them just how socially conscious you are. This year, forget the theme parks and 5-star resorts. That's old hat. Your family deserves the very best. El Salvador and Kilmar are waiting for you. Book early. Operators are standing by. And once again, here we are, yet another edition.
And they said, Hammerhead, that it wouldn't last.
No, they didn't say anything, as I recall.
They didn't care?
They couldn't care less one way or another. Yeah, that's Hozay.
And that's the Hammerhead.
And welcome to another edition of Hozay in Hollywood, where he supposedly dishes the dirt, scoops the poop, slings the mud.
Yeah, on celebrities A-list and, what is it?
A-list and...
Oh, yeah, game show host.
Yeah, right. Right. Game show. You know, those game show hosts are paid really well, so I'm not sure that you should be, you know...
Well, I don't care.
Uh-huh.
In the, in the hierarchy of stardom, might pay well.
Yeah.
But I got nothing going on.
All right. Anyway. Okay, so here we are, the second weekend in May.
Yeah. Mayday.
No, stop. That's the international distress call, and we don't want anyone to get the wrong impression.
Distress? Mm-hmm. I'm being distressed.
You are?
Yeah. Mayday.
Stop, please. Stop. Yeah, please. Anyway, so do we have a Hozay in Hollywood? Do we have a poop scooping, dish dirting, or dirsh? What do you call it?
Yeah, you got me saying it.
Uh-huh.
Dishing the dirt.
Okay. You have anyone that you want to dish the dirt on?
Yeah, I do, but, there's, I got bigger fish to fry, Hammerhead.
What'd you have in mind?
Well, first of all, my brother.
Which brother is this? You have like 5 of them.
Yeah, the one that I'm closest to.
And that would be
Cephus.
Yeah.
What?
No, this is the brother that changed his name from Thomas.
Yes.
And he also changed his last name from Smith to Jones.
Correct.
Because he thought that Smith was too common a name.
He's not too bright.
Apparently not. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So what about him?
Yeah. I saw him this week, and I invited him to lunch. I said, let me take you to lunch. I want to find out what's going on. So we did.
Did you take him to a nice place?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where'd you go?
It was like Wendy's or something.
Wendy's is not considered a nice place.
They had food. They had beverage. We sat. We ate. We consumed. We talked.
Mm-hmm.
We went home.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you took your brother to Wendy's.
Yes.
Brother Cephus.
Cephus.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How's he doing?
He's not doing well.
Sorry to hear that.
Yes. Very sad. As you know, that he drove a truck for Mr. Poupopoulos.
Yeah, the Greek owner of the company.
Yeah.
Company name?
Mr. Poop.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, and he was delivering porta potties.
And picking them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was, you said that was the part of the job he didn't like. He liked delivering them because they were empty.
Yeah, and, they smelled like potpourri. But when he picked them up, poop.
All right. Enough with the
poop jokes.
Yeah, enough of this. So you said there was a problem.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. He apparently he left the company.
Yeah, was he terminated?
You mean like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Arnold Schwarzenegger? You mean like the Terminator?
Yeah,
it's a different thing. It's the name of the movie.
Oh, right. No, apparently there was some kind of disagreement that he had with his boss.
Directly with Mr. Poupopoulos?
No, there was another boss involved. I don't know what the problem was, but I thought I'd take him to lunch and we'd have kind of like a brother to brother, bonding.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did.
Yeah.
I got Dave's double.
Dave's double?
Yeah, it's like a double cheeseburger.
Okay.
I got medium fries.
Yeah. Do we need to know this?
It's important stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I got to fill time here.
Yeah. There's always an alternative.
Yeah, you got that right, Jack.
All right, so French fries, and we might as well find out what the beverage was.
It was Diet Coke that I spilled. I knocked over.
Yeah.
It all poured out onto the table and the floor.
Yeah.
But they let me do a refill.
That's good. Yeah. And what about Cephus? What did he have?
Cephus had a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Large fry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure what the hell he was drinking.
Yeah.
But whatever it was, it didn't do him any good.
Yeah. All right. So it kind of poured his heart out to you.
Yeah, and in so many ways,
So now he's unemployed.
Yeah.
And he can't go back to DoorDash.
Yeah, he worked for DoorDash, one delivery.
Yeah. That was kind of sad.
Yeah, well, he thought he'd have a bright future with the company.
Uh-huh.
So he picked up his first lunch that he was delivering, got halfway there.
Yeah.
It smelled so good that he pulled over. He ate the lunch.
He ate the lunch that he was supposed to deliver.
Correct.
Uh-huh. And after that?
Well, he continued on. He got to the location.
Yeah.
He dropped off an empty bag.
An empty bag?
Yeah. Kind of sad. Empty bag. He took a picture of the empty bag to confirm that he, in fact, had delivered.
Yes, but he didn't deliver the contents. He may have delivered the bag, but he ate the lunch.
Yes.
He ate the lunch, and he just delivered some empty bags.
Yeah. So DoorDash, the guy that he delivered lunch to was pissed. I guess he inhaled the bag. Trying to get something out of the deal.
Yeah, but he obviously didn't get his lunch that he paid for.
No.
And so then?
Well, he called DoorDash, and DoorDash, after doing a thorough investigation, they said to Cephus, "What did you do?" He said, "I ate the lunch."
Mm-hmm.
They fired him.
Terminated him right there.
On the spot.
All right, so he's not working.
Yeah, but that's not the whole of it.
Uh-huh.
So as we're walking out of the restaurant,
Yeah.
we're walking out, and I go to shake his hand.
Yeah.
You know what he does?
Not a clue.
He knees me in the nuts. Yeah, laugh.
Well, they weren't mine that he need. What? Why did he do that?
I don't know. I extended my hand in warmth. I mean, I paid for the lunch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I picked up the tab.
Yeah. Last of the big time spenders.
Yeah, that was me.
Uh-huh.
I went to shake his hand,
Yeah.
but instead he just gave me a knee right in the nuts.
And what did you do?
What do you think I did? I recoiled. I doubled over in pain.
Yeah, depending on location and, thrust, it can...
Oh, it did. Yeah, he got me good.
Uh-huh. Was he just joking around?
I don't know. I fell to the ground. I was groaning for a while. When I got up,
Yeah.
he was gone.
He was gone.
Gone.
Cephus was gone.
Cephus was gone.
So we got the free lunch,
Free lunch.
poured his heart out to you.
Oh, yeah. I got the whole story, a whole sad story. I had to sit through like an hour and a half of this nonsense.
An hour and a half. It's a long time.
You got that right.
Uh-huh. And then when he was departing,
Need me right in the nuts. Yeah, keep laughing.
yeah, I'm sorry. It's just too stupid.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So we haven't heard much about the gigolo lately. Did he work this week?
Yes, I did. I was the Hollywood gigolo. That's me.
Uh-huh.
I was out. I did have a client, but we had a bit of a challenge.
Uh-huh. Well, why don't we roll the music and you can tell us about it?
No, I don't need the music.
No, you do. The music really adds a lot to the story because, as you're out there.
No, Hammerhead, really. No music. Oh,
Too late.
too late.
All right. So what happened?
As usual, as you know, the gigolo services one particular type of client. Older women that are married to filthy rich men who are away on business for the weekend.
Yeah, we've been through that a few times.
Yeah. So the phone rings, and the woman says to me, goes through the whole thing, Hozay, I need to see you now, blah, blah, blah.
Where's the drama? You used to do this with such flair.
Yeah, well, I don't care about that.
All right.
So anyway, I write down the address, and I drive over there, get to the house. It's a big house, Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. So I start to knock on the door, but the door is open.
Okay.
So I push it open, and I walk into the entryway.
Yeah.
And my client approaches me from the kitchen.
Okay.
She introduces herself.
Mm-hmm.
I introduce myself.
Yeah. I guess if you're going to have sex, that's a good place to start.
Not necessarily.
All right, just tell us the story.
All right. So I immediately noticed that she was. I don't want to body shame.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are a sex worker,
You have to go ahead and work with the client regardless.
yeah. There's no way of getting around it. You're there to deliver satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
So we had made some small talk. She decided she wanted just the basic package with no add-ons.
No swinging naked from the chandelier.
No, none of that stuff.
Uh-huh.
So we ascended the staircase. We undressed, climbed into bed,
Uh-huh.
and I immediately noticed
Yeah.
it's not that she's not particularly attractive,
Yeah.
which she's not, but there's quite a smell that is coming from her.
Ooh. Okay.
You would think, knowing that a sex worker is coming to your home,
Yeah.
the least you can do is run a bar of soap over your body.
Uh-huh. And maybe she did.
Well, she said she did,
Uh-huh.
but I lifted up the covers and took another whiff. Mm-hmm. Where'd the band go?
You said you didn't need the music. Music is gone. Just tell the story.
All right.
Stupid story.
Yeah, so I lift up the covers, and I take a whiff. I thought I was going to die.
Oh, dear.
I thought, Hammerhead, I was going to die.
The smell?
Oh, it wasn't just a smell.
Yeah.
It was alive.
The smell was alive?
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh, dear. This poor woman.
Yeah.
So that what happened?
I asked her, I said, what's going on? She said, well, this isn't the first time, and my husband is, he's had some, problems.
It wasn't there any, I don't know, there's all kinds of fragrances and things that you can put on.
That's what I said to her.
Even to douse yourself and kill yourself in perfume.
Yeah, but no, not this stench. Hammerhead, I'm telling you, it was alive.
This poor woman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to body shame.
Because you said he wasn't particularly attractive.
And that's very unusual, Hammerhead, because men who are filthy rich, regardless of what they look like, usually have hot-looking babes as their, as their wives, because women are attracted to money and power, even if the guy looks like, my grandmother.
Oh, you're on fire.
Yeah, I'm on fire today.
So what happened?
So I kiss her a couple of times.
Yeah.
And she's expecting, that I deliver the product that I offer, satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
Yeah. But I can't bring myself to, so I get out of bed, and I'm naked.
I'm not sure that we need the details. Just tell us the gist of the story, please.
And she said to me, something might help. She said, under the bed. She said, reach in under the bed and get. So I did. I reached in, and there's a bottle of spray disinfectant.
Oh dear, disinfectant?
Yeah, it was like a Glade or something.
Okay. Oh dear.
Yeah. So she said, why don't you just lift up the covers? Spray it in there. Maybe we got a shot.
Oh, this is really sad.
Yeah, you tell me about it. Now, I needed the money, so I was willing to hang in there and do the job that I was paid to do and, do that job well.
But it sounds like there's an uphill battle.
I sprayed that whole thing in there. I swear to God, I sprayed the entire bottle of, it was like a can.
Glade?
Yeah.
What did it smell like?
It smelled good. Until it got to her.
Oh, dear.
Then it smelled really bad.
Oh, I'm really sad and sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too. Me too, because I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, but as a sex worker, you're supposed to be able to handle all of these different kinds of situations.
I only handle one situation. They're rich, they smell good, they're good looking. I get in there, I deliver, I get paid, I get out.
Doesn't sound like that worked out this time.
No, it didn't. I emptied the can underneath there, and it didn't help.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So we got dressed, and she walked me downstairs. She said, "I'm happy to give you gas money."
Gas money.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have taken that if I were you. You weren't able to deliver.
Well, it wasn't my fault, Hammerhead. Wasn't my fault. I took the gas money.
What are we talking?
We're talking I don't know.
$20?
Yeah.
30?
Yeah.
Well, tell us.
No, it was gas money.
And so how did you leave it?
I said to her, sweetheart, when you get rid of the stink, you have my number.
Oh, God. That's sad.
Yes, very sad. I needed the money.
So the Catholic Church has a new pope.
Yes, I saw that. I was watching that on television.
It's a little unusual for you. You normally watching cartoons and game shows from the 70s.
Yeah. Well, this was kind of interesting, and kind of got absorbed in this.
Yeah. This is the first Pope, American Pope.
Yeah, I saw that. He's like an American.
Would you let me would you let me tell the story?
All right.
Just calm down.
Well, there's a couple of things that I don't understand.
Well, I spent 12 years in Catholic school. Maybe I can help you out.
All right. Okay. So the way that they decided who was the Pope, he got elected. So how does that work? Does he tell now who elects him?
Well, there are 133 cardinals. Okay, once you're an archbishop, the next move up is cardinal.
Yeah.
And from all over the world, the cardinals came in for the last pope's funeral.
Yeah.
They hung out for a while. They probably went down to the Italian Riviera, checked out.
Oh yeah.
And then came back on what is known as conclave.
Okay.
And they have to elect a new pope.
Okay. All right. So the Pope is elected by
the cardinals.
Okay, by the cardinals. Okay. So what happens? Do they campaign?
What do you mean? Do they campaign?
Whoever wants to be the Pope. Do they go around to the other cardinals and say, "Hi, Joe. I'm running for Pope. I hope I'll have your support."
I'm not sure, but initially my initial reaction would be no, probably not.
You mean they're not wearing like bumper stickers and buttons? Vote Harry Pope.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Okay, how does it work?
Well, again, I guess they talk. They talk about religion and faith and yada yada yada, and then they start to vote. The first time they voted, you have to get 89 votes out of the 133 cardinals.
Yeah.
You have to get 89 votes.
Okay.
And the first time that they voted, whoever was running didn't get the 89 votes.
Okay.
And what they do is to signal to the outside world, because they're cloistered in, that they can't go out.
Okay.
So what happens is they send black smoke up through the chimney. That tells the outside world that they took a vote and they're not there yet.
Okay, yeah. There's more campaigning, more empty promises, vote for me for Pope, and I don't know. What does a cardinal want?
I don't think it's like a political thing.
No.
I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Okay.
So I think on the second ballot,
yes,
somehow this guy from Chicago,
yes,
his name is Bob Prevost,
okay,
was elected Pope.
Pope Bob.
No. Well, when you're elected Pope, you get to choose a name.
You mean you don't use your own name?
You don't use your own name. So no, he's not Pope Bob.
Well, he could be.
I think it's like it's a saint thing or something, but he chose the name Leo the 14th.
I'm sorry, Hammerhead. What was that?
He chose. He's to be called Pope Leo the 14th.
Okay. What happened to the other 13?
Well, they died. You're the Pope until you die, or until you resign. A couple of years ago, the Pope that was in there decided he wanted to resign. He didn't want to be Pope anymore, and he resigned. And then they elected a new Pope.
But he can't be like Pope Frank?
No.
Pope.
And we already said no, Pope Bob. No. I'm sure his friends will call him Bob, but the respectful thing is you address him as Your Holiness.
Okay.
I remember in Catholic school, and this is very clear. This is a long time ago, but it's very clear.
Okay.
That the nuns told me that only the Pope was allowed to wear red shoes.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you weren't the Pope and you wore red shoes?
I don't know.
Did the deity strike you down dead?
I don't think so.
Did the deity didn't say, "No red shoes," and and he threw like a lightning bolt and you died on the spot?
No, don't think that's how it worked, okay? But no, you can't be Pope Frank or Pope Bob. He's Pope Leo the 14th.
Okay. All right, so he was elected. So there was probably other cardinals running, right?
Mm-hmm. So there was probably a runner-up
Yeah.
who obviously did not get the 89 votes, because if you have 133 cardinals and you have to get 89 votes, then obviously the second, whoever's the runner-up, can't get 89 votes.
Yeah, okay. So, but that would be like, what, the vice pope?
No. No, it's not like president.
Well, it sounds to me, Hammerhead, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Happy to do that.
Yeah. It sounds to me like the pope is like the president of the Catholic Church.
Yeah, I guess that's a way to put it.
Okay. So what happens if he can't fulfill the duties? They need a vice pope.
No, if that pope dies,
Yeah.
then the cardinals get together again and they elect somebody else. But no, there's no vice pope. There's no pope in waiting.
Well, maybe they should think about that. It would cut down on having to worry about this way. Say that the guy who just got elected died.
He's young. He's like 68, 69 years old. He's young. He could go on forever.
All right, but say eventually that he dies.
Okay.
If there was a vice pope, vice pope could just slide right in, after they bury that guy.
Yeah.
Just slide right in there. But the way they do it, they have to all meet. They all have to fly in from all over the world, spend the money, vote for a new pope.
Look, I didn't make the rules. You're coming up with this nonsense. Where are you coming up with this?
Look, I was brought up in a Christian church, but we didn't really know what the hell was going on. My mother would drag us all in.
Yeah.
So I really don't know too much of it.
Well, the more you talk, the dumber you sound. There is no vice pope.
Yeah, I still think that, you have like Vice Pope Frank. And maybe he takes care of some of the duties that the Pope, is too busy wearing his red shoes. And, like Vice President, Trump.
Well, Trump is the president.
Yeah. And who's...
Vice Vance, J.D. Vance.
Yeah. All right, so there's stuff that's got to be taken care of, and Trump takes care of it, right?
Yeah.
And who was it?
Vance.
Yeah, Vance. Okay, he's vice president.
He's the vice president.
Yeah. He jumps in there and says, "Okay, Trump, I'll take over. I'll do this."
It doesn't really work that way. Trump has got all the power. Vance kind of dances to whatever tune Trump is playing.
Man's got quite a jukebox.
Yeah, I guess he does. So no, there's no Pope Frank. There's no vice pope.
I still think they should consider that, And again, I still don't understand how he got elected. Does he go around to all the other cardinals and saying, "Come on, elect me pope"? We'll have a good time.
No, no. It's not like when you wanted to be president and show yourself a good time.
No.
Pope has got to direct the direction of the church. It's like 1.4 billion Catholics.
Yeah, and dropping.
Well, they're not so much dropping, but church attendance, as we read, is not doing particularly well.
Yeah. See, now if there was a vice pope.
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
Yeah, if there was a vice pope, that he could be the one that goes around and says, "Hey, all you Catholics, go to church."
Mm-hmm.
Or what do they say if you don't go to church?
What do they say?
What, don't you go to hell?
Yeah, I believe that's the teaching. It's considered what is known as a mortal sin.
Yeah.
And that condemns you to...
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, eternal...
Eternal what?
Eternal damnation.
Yeah, well, if there was a vice pope... He could be like the heavy. You know, he could go around different cities and and get up on a soapbox and say, hey, you people, go to church. You're going to hell.
That's kind of what the nuns did, as I recall, in Catholic school. But
you survived.
Yeah,
it's a shame.
Hozay in Hollywood is written and performed by Jack Camarda. It is executive produced, we should say, by Ron Osborne. If you'd like to drop us a note, we'd love to hear from you. Here is our address. It's Chris and Hozay, and the Hozay part, of course, Hozay, Chris and Hozay at gmail.com. Hozay's autobiography is also available online for sale. The hard copy is at lulu.com. And the name of the book,
yes,
is Corruptus Politicus, A Shallow Man's Guide to Wealth, Cheap Celebrity, and Self-Importance in a Politically Correct World. It's also available for download at everywhere from Amazon.com to BarnesandNoble.com, Sony.com.
Oh, yeah, it's all over. It's available at popular prices.
Thanks for hanging in there with us. We're back again next week with more nonsense and more
stupid stuff. I'd lead the league in saying stupid stuff.
You got